Let me crack the classiest beverages.
There we go.
A soda pop. Drink some soda pop.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday night. Welcome to the Wildflower Wills YouTube channel. It's Louise
Oh,
Jocelyn night.
Jocelyn, did you put your phone on silent? Yes, you did. Good, Jocelyn.
So
Oh
this
man,
is our check-in night with our goals that you all helped us pick
it's true.
last week.
hmm Well, last month.
Last month, yeah.
Last month. I'm,
Last
that was a
March.
really quick tricking. 7 days. Whew, it's not
Yeah.
February. I got a whole month now. Don't do this
So
to me.
the beginning of March, we picked what we were going to work on for the month of March to hopefully, I think we both said finished
Oh
for
no, because
tonight.
I had to add length.
Oh, did we
Yeah,
just both say sleeves?
we both said sleeves because I have to take mine apart and I have to add length to mine because I put it
Okay.
on and it's definitely got a tunic vibe. So like it's got this summer drapey tunic with a skirt vibe, so she needs significantly more length in the body. But I did
Uh,
say I wanted to have both sleeves done for the check-in, and you only had sleeves left.
yes, that's why we were both sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this has locked me out of comments again, you guys.
Oh, you just have fun with comments this week.
Oh, it's crazy. Sometimes it lets me
Sometimes it doesn't.
in, sometimes it doesn't.
In good news, the ear is healing fine,
That's good.
which is the good thing. It was a planned procedure, so like I knew I was doing this week back in September because
Hmm.
non-emergency surgeries take forever to get in for. September,
Yes,
October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, I waited 8 months for a thing that took 10 minutes.
yeah, I know.
Freaking ridiculous. Okay, fine, whatever. It's done. That's the important part.
Okay. That's good. Yes.
But if I move my headphone off my one ear, it's because it's still angry.
Still, okay. We'll make sure
Mhm.
it doesn't. Okay. Liz and Cindy are in the chat.
Hello, hello.
So we'll see.
I'm trying to
Welcome
keep an
to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines.
yes, or
All right.
as Wesley Crusher would say, don't be a dick.
I was gonna say, be nice. But
Be
everybody here,
nice.
we don't have to worry about that.
We don't have to worry about
But
that here. It's just a general rule of thumb. Be nice.
be nice.
Be nice.
Exactly. Okay, so
So that's leading. Okay.
let's talk about your sweater. So we just yes,
Eye
we
sweater. Oh
updated
dear.
everybody that we were both going to work on sleeves. I had two left to
I
knit
had two left
on my November sweater.
on my February 2 week sweater.
That yes, mine was only supposed to have taken a month. Did not.
This was my first go at a DK weight sweater, and I didn't push myself. So no pushing, no injuries, and I kept up content on the podcast. So it wasn't just the
Hmm.
2 week sweater I worked on, and I got the whole body done, which is pretty darn impressive considering they're going around a 52-inch bust, and I am 22 inches just to hit my hip bones.
Yeah, yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot of
Lot.
sweater. So I was feeling very accomplished. That means like if I'd pushed and that had been the only thing, I could have conceivably done a DK weight sweater in 2 weeks, which is a pretty freaking good feeling.
That's amazing to know that
Yeah,
you've got that possibility to
yeah.
do that.
And it just means I'm going to stay at DK for the next couple of 2 week sweater challenges till I get it done. And I've picked up enough speed to get it done.
Good. I
Yeah,
like that. Just a little bit of progress
every
every
year,
year.
every
You
year.
can just push yourself a little further.
Absolutely.
Love it.
The goal is fingering weight body in 2 weeks, not sleeves. I have my arms are as long as my torso. It's not happening.
And yes, sleeves are a bit of a
Sleeves are a bit of a thing.
they're a bit of a commitment.
It's a lot of knitting. I don't people are like, but it's sleeves. I'm like, yeah, I still have the wingspan of a snowy white owl.
Yeah.
It's
They're
still a
deceiving.
lot. It's still a lot.
So what sweater were you working on? What was the name of
I
it?
did the 2 weeks, the 2 week sweater, the super simple sweater we can never say. Simple summer tweed V-neck top down.
Yes. Yes. That's the one.
That's the one. There's no
That's the one.
super, it's simple.
That's simple. I know. There's Simple summer tweed top down V-neck.
Top down V-neck. Yeah.
I think that's
Did I
it.
say V-neck top down? Top down
I
V-neck?
don't know. I know. I
I freaking love the pattern, so I hope everyone's okay with me mangling the name because I am absolutely making more than
the
one of these
pattern's
things.
amazing, isn't it? I think Cheryl's
So
gonna be thinking
freaking.
about starting one for herself.
I'm thinking about doing a fingering weight one at a very loose gauge, like the
Yeah,
DK.
yeah,
Doing a swatch to get a gauge I want, and making a summer version to
yeah,
wear over tank tops and
yeah,
stuff because
yeah.
it'll be a beautiful, easy
It
to
would
do layering piece. And the summer one can be like
absolutely.
elbow length, right?
Yep,
Like
yep.
toss it on when you're out in the evenings and you want something, but you don't want something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Just a little something.
Little
That's
something,
a
something.
great idea.
And when you're like me, that's a fingering weight, lightly, loosely knitted sweater. Because if you wear DK from like June, May, really, through the end of October, you'll melt to death. Melt to death. Too
All
warm for
right.
my own good. I know.
So how did you make out with your challenge? Did you get
I
your
didn't
sleep?
do too bad.
Okay. Let's see.
Hang on. I got the body put back on the needles.
Perfect.
So we're on the needles. We're all tinked back. We're ready for lengthening. Option
Okay.
out here
Good, good, good.
that I keep shoving needles back into so it stays on. Huh, stay. Because this obviously gets flipped around a bunch. I got one whole sleeve done. Like I have to lean this way to show you guys the length of my sleeve.
That's so long.
So freaking long. So I got one sleeve done, which was good.
Good, good.
And I am just over half on my second sleeve.
Oh my gosh, you did great.
So I got progress, not as much as I wanted because it's not both sleeves, but I'll be done this sleeve tonight, tomorrow morning. So like I made good progress for the month.
That's really good. That's
So
really,
I
really
am
good.
very happy with the progress I made. This is
Well,
out of some vintage DK from Barocco.
I love that yarn.
Such a good yarn.
Do you remember what colorway it is?
Purple. It's a number, guys. It's Barocco.
Yeah, they don't get too.
They don't get the store had a name for it, like the shop had a name for it, but it's purple. It's a beautiful deep eggplanty like royal purple.
Yeah.
There,
Well,
I'll give
I'm
it
gonna
I'll
tell it
I'll give it a name.
royal purple or eggplant.
I'd go eggplant. Eggplant. Yeah, I'd go eggplant.
Eggplant. I like it.
Oh
All
man,
right.
crispy eggplant. Now I want crispy eggplant.
Crispy eggplant. Well, so this was the yarn that I was using. This was the Shiva.
Oh
It just
yes.
it just had a number as well. No really fun name.
Oh, commercial yarns.
I know, right? I don't even know. I keep calling this my Cindy Lou Who sweater.
That'll work.
So okay, yes. So I had the body done and was supposed to do two sleeves.
Two sleeves.
Well,
Did I beat you? Did I win?
yes, you did. You did.
Yes. No,
I
really. Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. was over this afternoon. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Must beat Louise." We visited and I worked just on this the whole time we were visiting, which is not normal for me.
you did because I'm just finishing sleeve one.
Oh man, just.
I'm just working on the ribbing. So I figure I'll be able to get the ribbing done maybe while we're chatting and then pick up sleeve stitches over here.
Oh,
I
good.
know.
It's
I
still
tried hard.
progress.
I tried hard. I tried hard. I was like, oh, I can get two sleeves done. But I didn't do very much shaping because I wanted them to be really nice and
Okay.
big.
Baggy? Yeah.
Yeah, really baggy, lots of
Relaxed. That's another
yeah,
word.
lots of positive ease. I did hardly any decreases. I did a couple of rows of decreases. So it was still my stitches didn't decrease. So I really, really noticed that because typically I'm one of the people who says, oh, sleeves aren't that bad. Like, yes, I know it is still a lot of knitting.
I
Um,
think about it. It's 4 skeins of fingering weight yarn for me to make a sweater for myself. One of those skeins is just for my sleeves.
it is a lot of knitting,
It's a
but
lot of knitting.
it is only like what did I have? I think I had 92 stitches for my sleeves. So, that's better than the circumference of the
Yes.
body.
Yes.
But I
Yeah.
really found by not decreasing a lot of stitches to really
Mhm.
like slim the arm down,
Yes.
it it
Took
did
a
just
while.
seem to take a lot. I kept trying it on and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, gotta go a little farther, knit a bunch more, try it on, and
A
then
little
it's
bit further.
a little bit farther. It doesn't even look like I knit anything.
Uh-oh.
So I just
Uh-oh.
kept going because I kept thinking, I thought, okay, I'll have the sleeve done, right? I'll have it done, I'll have it done, I'll have it done. Then every time I tried it on, I'm like, I still need to knit a few more
Nope.
inches.
Nope. 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 Nope.
So
Nope. Nope.
anyway, so I tried it on this afternoon before an appointment and I thought, okay, I think I'm ready. I think I can go to ribbing. So I did. So I'll try it on.
I I roughly estimate 2 inches and then I do a decrease round.
Mm.
But I prefer a fitted sleeve.
Well, and I always do, and that's why I thought this time I thought, oh, I'm just going to do something different and see if I like it. And if I don't like it, then I'll just pull it back out and knit it more form fitted.
I made a
And
balloon
more-
sleeve cardigan once. Everybody keeps trying to steal it. My cat, friends, my niece.
But they like it more than you do?
Yeah,
Or
I don't mind the cardigan, but I find the balloon sleeves too much with the boxy
you
cardigan. I'd
do?
rather a slim fit cardigan with balloon sleeves.
Okay. Okay.
So I like the individual pieces, just not together as much. I still wear it. It's still a comfortable cardigan, but it's not in high rotation.
Not your, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try it and see if I like it.
You
Uh,
won't know till you try, right? Like,
exactly. And if you don't like it, then you just pull it out and
yeah,
reknit it.
it's not the end of the world.
Absolutely not. Right, well, not bad. And and honestly, even though I was really, I mean, if I had started knitting a little sooner on it, I could have gotten two sleeves done. But, to even just get one done
Still a lot.
is still pretty good progress. Oh, Liz says, good job, Jocelyn.
Thank
Great
you.
progress, both of you. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
progress
what it's
counts.
all about.
And
Because
we
I'm
didn't
because
say finishes, we said progress. We wanted 2 sleeves done, but we were going to be happy with progress.
and if we hadn't said to challenge ourselves to work on these sweaters, we probably would have had nothing done, right? So
Oh yeah,
we're
no, I would have left this sitting because I will put off sleeves forever.
so so it is a huge win that we are this close.
Yes.
And now that I've got the one sleeve started, and I think that's what gets me is just the thought of like, oh, you have to pick up stitches. And because I'm not knitting from a pattern, so I just have to do a little thinking. And
Mm,
that just, I'm always like, instead of doing the thinking part to figure out how far apart I want my decreases and all that, I'll just knit on a simple garter stitch shawl that I don't have to think about. So I'll do that for a couple of nights
mhm,
and then I'll
mhm,
think about the sleeves and then I'll be like, yeah, no, I'll think about it a little more and knit on something
mhm,
easy.
mhm. I
But
know
once
that
I get it,
temptation.
but once I get it started, like now
You're
I know
good.
exactly what I'm going to do. I'll just be able to carry on with sleeve two, easy peasy.
The trick
But
is getting through first sleeve for me. If I can get through sleeve one, I will just pick up and start sleeve two.
mm-hmm.
But oh man, if there's both sleeves to do, oof,
It just seems daunting, eh?
struggle bus,
Yeah. Well, we're both over that, so we don't need to
yeah,
worry about it.
which is good.
Yeah. And I'm excited because now I really do just want to I'm loving knitting on this. Now that I've picked it up again, I'm like remembering like how much I loved knitting with this yarn.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. It's soft. I took it to my appointment this afternoon and was knitting on it. And they were like, oh, it's so pretty. Can I touch it? And I'm like, oh, yeah, like feel it. It's so lovely. And they touched it and they're like, oh, no, can't, could never wear that. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
Everybody's very weird about it.
there is some wool in it. And they're like, no, no. I'm like really, really
Um,
sensitive to wool. And I'm like, really? I would never,
I
ever have thought
literally,
that somebody would have thought this was itchy. I mean, it's like nowhere near like a Lopi or Briggs and Little.
yeah, I
But
like that balloon sleeve cardigan I was talking about.
yeah,
She's full on Briggs and Little. She's
yeah,
a Briggs and Little cardigan. I
yeah.
wear it next to my skin all the time.
I know. See, and that's I would
all the
too.
time.
So I guess I just forget. Like I was actually shocked when somebody said, "Oh, no, 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 that's too woolly for me." What? I had never even thought that, but I guess everybody just has a different tolerance.
I'm always very cautious of the words that people choose to identify it with. Like if you're accustomed to store-bought fabrics, store-bought sweaters, store-bought, and then you touch something with any amount of wool in it, you're gonna feel that tooth.
Hmm.
Feeling the tooth doesn't mean you're allergic to it. It means you're not used to it.
I think it's just that preconceived notion of,
Everybody thinks that, oh, well, it's wool, therefore it's going to be itchy and I can't
yeah,
wear it. I'm like, but
yeah.
that's not true. Now, like, if you put it against your skin or you touch it and your fingers swell, you're allergic. Don't deal with wool. But
Yeah,
if you wear it up against places and you're like, oh, it's itchy, is it itchy or have you decided you're itchy?
I know. There's a bit of a,
Sometimes there's a bit of a break. Like I had the same problem when I first started working in wool. I was like, this is itchy. And then I had to go, wait a minute, check yourself before you wreck yourself, Douglas. You have real allergies. This is actually an allergy, or is this just you being a pretty, pretty princess? It was me
yeah.
being a pretty, pretty princess. Do I register rustic wools when they sit against my skin? Yes, but I no longer scratch because I'm accustomed to that texture there.
Mhm.
And it was the scratching that was causing the red reaction because I was unconsciously scratching something that I felt that was itchy. But I had come from a rayon plastic, blue jean plastics. Like I had come from things with no tooth and a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of plastic in their
yeah.
production. So it's been the same journey with all the natural
Well,
fibers and stuff, right? So like all of the 100% cottons, all of the 100% linens, all of the 100% woolen and woven fabrics. I've had to make some adjustments because they're not what I am used to at all next to my skin.
yeah.
But again, if you touch it and your fingers swell, stop touching it, you're allergic.
And you're allergic. I know. Well, and I think too, like this person said they were just saying, telling me stories that, like their mother had been a wonderful knitter, very prolific, and was, knit really beautiful things. And but they also said, yeah, I had tons of sweater as a kid. They were all itchy and embarrassing.
Oh, well, yeah, because let's be honest, 70s, 80s acrylic is and wool
Well,
could be quite embarrassing.
and I think that's it because like the wools from 40, 50 years ago.
Are very different. And we process
Yeah.
them
And
differently.
it
Yeah, we do.
probably was itchy. I mean, I would never have thought I could have wore wool either, and just because of the
Yeah.
wool blankets
Yeah.
that my grandma
Oh,
always had on the bed.
I keep
And
one my great grandmother made
yeah,
in the 60s. I keep it in my cedar chest to show people that what you think acrylic is not what it is because it is an acrylic crocheted blanket. I cannot have that thing anywhere near me. I can't. I just can't. It drives my skin up the
oh
wall.
really?
But I wear acrylic next to my skin all the time. Heck, I
I
finished an
think that
acrylic
too.
crochet sweater. I was running around wearing it with a tank top.
Yep.
No problem. But the acrylic we have now is not the same as the acrylic they had then.
Yeah.
We have
I think it
very different
changed.
processing methods now. So I'm always like,
Yeah.
are you sure? Or is it the conception? And it's hard because you get preconceptions in your brain for a reason and they're difficult to work around.
Yeah. Or it only takes somebody to knit you a Briggs and Little sweater,
Yeah.
and then you just think that's what all wool is like,
Yeah.
and
But
then and then
that's
you
not
just like,
it.
nope, and then
But
won't try. So
confirmation bias has occurred. So you're going to confirm bias all the way across the board. I mean, we do it with everything. We're humans. We're going to do it. You just try to
exactly.
catch it as often as you can so that you're not doing that to yourself. And it's not
Yeah.
easy. It's not
And
easy.
and I will say, because you guys know my best friend has a wool allergy, and
Oh,
I've
yeah.
I've teased her forever that it's just all in her head,
My
right? And
mom touches superwash merino sock yarn, like air in a fireweed fiber hose, superwash merino sock yarn. Her fingertips swell. My mom is allergic to wool.
yeah, and there is some, and I mean it is a thing, right? Some
Oh, yeah. My
people just
sister
can't.
has sensitivities because she's not used to it.
Yeah.
And to quote her, I don't like wool enough to bother to learn how. Super fair. I am
And
happy
that's
to knit in
fair.
acrylic for her
That's
because she's
fair.
honest about it.
Yeah,
Which it's just the big thing. It's like, you know what? No, wool is not a thing. I don't enjoy it. I prefer cut. Okay, cool. No problem. It's not an issue for me.
there you go. Oh, so let's see who. Mary's here and Sam,
Hi.
Nikki. Hello, Nikki.
I get defensive about the wordage around allergies.
Well, yes.
I have some very serious ones I have to watch out for. I get a little defensive.
Um, oh, Paulette, Louise says Paulette and I agree totally with, oh, what's this say? With that Jocelyn. So it must be around the wool, I'm guessing. Louise, I did more rounds on my socks. Oh, but I don't like the needles. Yes. Okay. Well, Sam,
That's okay, Sam. Finish those socks off and then do different needles for the next socks.
yeah, see if you can bear with it for this one. Yeah, I don't know. That's a whole
Yeah.
other topic, right? Is around needles. Sometimes you can stick with a needle that's not the best for your project. Other times, if it's like driving you totally bonkers, the join isn't all that good on the circular needles. So
Yeah,
that can be a little frustrating.
it can be,
You
yeah.
have to fight every round.
Oh, yeah.
But
No, I can definitely be frustrating. Yeah, I'll usually commit to a new pair of needles for a whole project. If I don't like you at the end of the first project, no, I'm not coming back.
then
But
yeah,
I will give you the whole project.
that's pretty good. I usually, I mean, the needle that I'm getting this sweater on, I mean, it's not a super fancy, expensive needle. The cord is kind of stiff on this one too. But you know what? It works. In a pinch, would it be my first choice of needle? No. But it's what I have and it works fine. It does
I've
work
been
fine.
very steadily and progressively only asking for Chow Gu red lace cabled needles for several birthdays and Christmases now. I have been successfully replacing my collection. So
See,
I don't,
I
the
do.
interchangeables are not an option, so I have to buy fixed
Yeah.
circulars.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I mean, fixed are great.
Yeah.
For what they're intended for, right?
Mhm.
You can change them out. It's, mix
Oh
and match
yeah.
cable lengths and whatever. But they are still a little fiddly, right? Like they will come unscrewed unless you take the time to actually tighten them, which most of the time I do not.
I can't. Like I can't get the key in the loops and the holes, which I
Yeah.
certainly cannot see to a
So
line.
for you,
So I stick with fixed because
just go with
that's
it for sure.
but yeah, no, once I found Chagu red lace, I started saving and replacing a needle at a time. And I'm there, they're
So
replaced. Now I'm buying different length cords.
seeing what I do is I get the good needle, but then I also keep the bad one because I think, well, just in case I need a backup, just in case I
Oh
need extra.
no.
And well, most
No.
I do because this is what I'm down to knitting with because I don't have enough.
I
So
have two Knitter Pride needles left, and they exist exclusively to hold stitches. They are not knit with, they are knit onto or off of. Stitches are slipped on, stitches are slipped off, and it is only to hold stitches. So I don't have to try to pick them up. That is it.
there you go.
Otherwise, they do not ever come out of their bag. Even right up to like my 12 millimeter, my 14 millimeter needles, they're
Yeah,
Chow Goo because I love the freaking cord so much.
I
And I
know.
love the joint on the fixed circulars. I just went all in. I've tried
Very nice.
Licca Sharps.
Yeah, yeah.
The cord is atrocious.
Oh, you didn't like them?
I hated the cord so much. I'm just like, oh, cord. But it's all about the memory and the cord for me.
Hmm.
Like a slightly stiff or weird join, it usually doesn't bother me too much. But if you're one of those cords that warps the moment you are set down, I don't I don't even want to deal with you. I don't even want to deal with you. I'm so over it.
Well,
No,
then you know what you like,
I
and
know what
that's
I like. But I knitted on Knitter's Pride for a good long while when I first started. Because that's what was affordable for me. So
well. I mean, I've got so many sets of Knit Picks interchangeables.
I mean I gave most of my Knitter's Prides to Diana.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the like. I mean, I think Knit Picks and Knitter's Pride are basically the same,
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
yeah, I don't mind. I knit with mine all the time.
Yeah, she has her knit picks interchangeable, so I gave her my old Knitter Pride ones because she would
Yeah.
use them and I didn't want them. And they were not staying here.
Well, then yeah, that's what you got to do.
Mhm.
Oh, hello, Carol.
Hi. Hello, 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 hello,
Irvina's here too, and
hello.
Therese.
It's April, people.
It is.
April.
So
How did that
exciting.
happen? We're the fourth
No,
month of the year. Oh my
you
God.
guys, it's going to be Christmas before we know it.
It will be
It's
Christmas
gonna
in
be,
July very shortly.
it will be. And then it'll be Halloween. And well, no,
No, yeah, well, Halloween
fall.
starts in July, if we're honest.
It'll be fall. It'll be, yeah, we'll just like cruise right spring into summer, into fall, into
Yep,
Halloween, and then it'll
yep.
be Christmas movie watching season, and we'll be doing our Christmas card exchange. And
Or you know what, we're done.
just like that, another
Just like
year is
that.
gone.
In the books.
And now, so it's all going to be about how many projects we can get done between now and then. This
Well, I
would
wanted,
also be a good time to start. Like, is it too early to start thinking about gift knitting?
no, especially if you know you need the extra time because you like to pick up and put down projects rather than trying to cram it in all at the end, which is what I did last year. I did not enjoy it. I
I
did
know.
not enjoy it. I'm not doing that again this year.
I
Mind
always.
you, everybody's 18 in our household now, so we don't gift exchange
Mhm.
without a lot of proprietary rules around it.
Oh,
Well, we don't meet up for Thanksgiving. My parents live in a different province.
yeah, that makes it hard.
That would be kind of dumb.
A lot of hard.
That would be kind of dumb. So we only meet up at Christmas. So I will see my parents in end of June, July-ish. They will come on down, do a little visity visit. Then they
Mhm.
take the niece away for a month, month and a half. She goes
Yeah.
spends half a summer with her grandparents. She likes going to her grandparents. She asks to go to her grandparents, which is fair because like grandpa arranges horse riding lessons and we do silk rope gymnastics. Like we do a lot of fun stuff with our grandparents, which is good. We earn money. Grandma has chores. This is a great plan. We like it. My sister gets a break. Her
Yeah,
and her husband enjoy the break. This is good. Grandma,
it's kind of good all the way around for everybody.
good
Grandma and
all the way
grandpa
around.
will love that time.
Yeah, they'll my sister and brother-in-law will go up to Saskatoon, spend a day or two, visit with mom and dad up there, and then they'll drive the kid home.
That
That
works.
works. Not a problem. I'll pop in and out because I travel in the summer with Aaron for a little bit. And
Yeah.
whenever we're in a small place around Saskatoon, which is where my parents live, me and Aaron just go. We just get in the car and we go do a booth. Like June the 8th, I'm going to be with Aaron in Bigger, Saskatchewan again. And because Bigger is an hour outside of Saskatoon. So we go up and we spend a couple of days with my mom and my dad, and we go do the Bigger knitting show.
Yeah.
And then we go home.
Yeah.
It works great. I think we're painting gnomes when we go up. Mom has a to-do list already,
Um, she'll be so excited to have you stop.
which is great. But because there is no giant family thing till Christmas,
Hmm.
and there's only the giant family thing at Christmas because my dad likes to celebrate it,
Yeah.
which is fair. That is his faith. It's a big thing for him. We're also all 18, so there's no more large presents. There's no more single presents for each individual person because we're 18. We're adults. We only gift exchange when there's children.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to sit down sometime in the summer, probably, and sort of hash out, is it going to be like a $15 limit? Is it going to be a handcraft only thing?
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
what are we doing so that everybody's got time to either make said item
Yeah.
or to start perusing the thrift stores and the
Right.
Dollaramas to figure out what they're going to do to put together for a gift?
That's see, and that's fun. That's just spreading the joy.
And
That,
it's a price point that, an 18-year-old can afford to have.
yeah. Well, exactly. Yes. Hi, Lynn. Lynn says I'm pretty much finished. Oh, my gift knitting. And she says,
I
yes, I'm
can't
bragging.
I can't start till we decide what we're doing this year. Like, are we
Yay.
going handcrafted? In which case, I'm good to go, right? I even know what I'll make. But if we're going with like a $20 thrift store item, I've got some interesting shopping days ahead of me.
All
Because then
right.
it's
Well,
how weird can you get with your budget? And at a thrift store, you can get pretty weird.
yes,
Get
that's kind of a fun
really
challenge. See what
weird.
you
It's
can
a
do.
fun challenge, yeah.
Okay, so now I'm curious. Like, Lynn, she said she's practically finished.
Which is amazing. Keep
Well,
it up.
how many
Get it
gifts
done.
is that? I know you're the inspiration. Is anybody else? Has anybody else close to finishing their knitting? Has anybody else even started their knitting? Has anybody else even thought about planning their
I
gift
mean,
knitting?
the
I
most
don't,
thought I've given is like, I should have myself Christmas socks this year. Maybe I'll do that in July. That's as far as I've gotten.
I know. That's kind of
For
the
me, anyway.
I've got a couple pairs of Christmas socks on the needles that
Well,
uh
yes,
definitely
but
pull it for that.
we do know this. We are aware of the Christmas sock knitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my parents want slippers.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
So I'll either make them slippers for like not Mother's Day or Father's Day, but like a random gift in the summer.
Yeah,
Or, I'll make them for Christmas.
that's perfect.
I got their foot forms this year. I had to put their feet on cardboard and trace them out.
Oh, so you got a
That way
little
I
better
could
idea of the size.
make a good size for them.
That's exciting. Oh, Jocelyn, you will be so jealous of Therese
Sure.
because she is in Australia. So she says it is autumn there now.
Oh, super jealous.
It
We're like
was like,
potentially 17 degrees on Sunday here. Ugh.
I know.
Ugh.
I know. Yeah, it's supposed to be hot here next week too. So yeah, so Teresa, I think everything is shifting now. You're getting rid of your hot temperatures and they are definitely coming this way. We've done this.
Listen, if I could figure out how to live in Australia or New Zealand for half the year and here for
This
half the year, I would never have to deal with summer. It would be great.
you would be, yeah,
Such a happy duck.
with you
I'd be
could wear
such a
your
happy duck.
pajamas, you could wear your sweaters all
All
year
year
long.
round. All year
There's
round.
something to be said for that
Be so
when it's like 40 degrees and we're all literally melting.
good. It's gonna be another scorcher.
Oh, Cindy says yes, and this may be a wise idea. She says she does not do any gift knitting. Then
Usually it's one of those like you have to decide if you like to do it or not and who you like to do it for and do they actually use like there's a lot of
yeah.
considerations. I I have to remember that I don't actually enjoy knitting little people things.
Mm.
They're cute to look at. I hate making the things. I don't enjoy it. I may have
Like
finished that stupid Gramps cardigan finally. Like, no, no,
you will
I'm
be
done.
another one of those.
I am done. Oh, and it's not that it isn't that it knits fast. It knits quite quickly. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. So I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Well,
Done. I've done it for years. I haven't really ever enjoyed it. I'm finished. If my niece wants something, oh, hands down, absolutely, I'll gift it for her. She wears her stuff to death.
then that gives you some encouragement to
Every
make.
time I every time I go over, it's hey, there's a hole in this. Okay, let's fix it.
That's nice.
That's what I want. As long as she does that, absolutely. My sister goes, can I have a matching this to a this? Absolutely. My sister likes to match, and she wears the things I make for her.
That's
No
nice.
problem. My brother-in-law, the man wears skateboarder shorts and football jerseys in January outside, and his idea of cold weather prepping is putting on his gloves.
So he doesn't need
He
any
doesn't need
relief.
any knits. He makes me look like I run cold. I
Oh,
don't knit for him. That would be dumb.
knit for somebody who's gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, I'd use it. My sister and my niece will wear those Oodies in July because
Yes.
they're cold in the house. So yeah, I absolutely knit for them. I knit for my mom. I love my mom. Of course I'll knit for my mom. I knit things that help her bridge the seasonal gaps. Like a shawl without the armhole flappy spaces. She wants a
Yeah.
large shawl across the back. That's it. To keep her back and arms warm. I understand, Mom. I translate it fine. Do I knit for the mysterious Mr. B? No. Not that he's not knit worthy. It's not a thing he's into. So
Yeah,
why would I? Well, it doesn't make any sense to.
somebody else. What does Sally said she's making a couple of scarves for Christmas, and I'm almost half done with the first one.
Beautiful.
Excellent. You're on track. You know what you're doing. You've got it started.
Which is awesome. That's so early. So, well, such a good on you. Such a good on you. And I'm sitting here thinking, does my emotional support chicken I want to cast on need to have an orange beak?
I don't know.
For me, guys, I want the chicken for myself and to creep out my cat. Oh, but it's like, and such beautiful gift knits, and people are making them. They seem like such gorgeous stories that go with them. I'm like, I just want a chicken to creep out my cat.
So funny. Oh, listen to this. Lynn says 1 year, all of the kids in the family were starving students, so we made a rule that we gift, thrifted, or homemade. It was
Yeah,
so much fun that they've kept on doing it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a crafter. My mom does DIY. My sister's a classically trained baker. My dad just on a whim, made mom little wooden gnomes to go in her little gnome village she's building, and he
I
built the
really,
houses for her. Like, we are by nature a crafty family, so we
yep.
would all do stuff. He made his granddaughter, technically it's a hope chest,
Yep.
but it looks like a D&D treasure chest. It's got the leather straps and the dragon emblazed on the top, and it's got the
Oh
whole
my
old school pirate booty chest D&D thing going on. And he gave her that 1 year to store her D&D books.
yeah.
Well, like he made a beautiful wooden box to help sort and store his son-in-law's tools. Like that's dad's woodworking. My mom makes gnomes out of tomato cages. Like my mom does wild things I can't even wrap my brain around.
That's fun.
I sew, I knit, and I crochet. So like we all have different bases.
Yes. Well, Jocelyn, talk about crafty. My nephew is
Yes.
graduating from high
Okay.
school this year.
Which is good. It's always good to graduate high school.
Yes, it is. It is.
It's important.
He is sewing his prom outfit.
Absolutely.
He is so talented. He hand sews most of
Good.
his things.
Ah,
And
beautiful.
yep. So he sent me a picture. He's got fabric and he
Okay.
designs. He doesn't use a pattern. He's
After a
made
while, you don't.
well, he never has. It's
Good.
amazing. He's made
Good.
a coat. He has made shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And I will bet you, like
it,
me, his stuff fits, it wears really well, and it suits him perfectly, and
it
nobody looks like him.
it is amazing. He is so, so talented.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty excited to see what he comes up with. It's
absolutely.
going to
That'd be
be
good.
very, very unique, I'm
Good,
sure.
good, 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 good.
Yeah, very excited.
I haven't gotten into the shoemaking. I keep eyeballing it, but
I know my dad helped him with it, make the shoe form, and so he learned a lot. Um they need a little bit more support. I mean, they're wearable, they fit,
that's
and
fine. He'll learn.
so yeah, he definitely had learned some what he would do differently the next time.
I'm I'm a danger with
Very
super glue. I can't imagine contact cement would go better for me.
impressive.
And there's a visual IQ level there that I just don't think I have anymore. So like
That
there's
worries
some things
me.
that makes me kind of shy away from the process because I'm like,
Yep, I can see that.
we're a little less, this is haha funny, Jocelyn, you're a bit of a dum dum. What are you doing? And more like this could seriously injure myself. So maybe not. Maybe not. But super good on him.
Yeah,
Super
I
good
know
on him.
it's so I love and he's done he knows I taught him how to knit many, many years ago, but he's crocheting right now.
Crochet's hot with the youngsters.
Oh, hugely, which is fantastic.
It's good. I'm loving the revival. I'm loving the
Yeah,
stuff that's coming out of it because again, it doesn't look like the stuff from the 60s or 70s, which is what we think of when we think crochet.
yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see them excited and just like you go into Michael's or well, probably Michael's is where I've mostly seen it. Maybe Walmart, where the yarn is affordable for teenagers, right? And you see these like high school kids coming in and there'll be two or three of them. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make this, or I've made this blanket." And yeah, it's fun to see them wanting to be buying yarn.
Oh, it's beautiful. And you're seeing them handcraft things for themselves.
Yeah,
It's such a good thing.
I love it.
Such a good
Yeah,
thing to encourage. Also, beautiful basic adulting skills because then they can mend things, they can repair things. They know how to sit there and go, really? You want to
absolutely.
charge me how much for that thing that's not going to last a season? Well, and it allows them to be themselves
Yeah. Like what a great creative outlet and
and a way to stamp their individuality onto a thing and be unique, which is what we want.
Oh, I think it's wonderful.
I'm very excited. And I'm just, oh, I'm loving all the new designs. Loving all the new crochet stuff.
It's fun.
So good. So
It's
good.
fun.
And fast. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I know. Well, we were at Easter and I was working, I took my seed stitch scarf because that's easy to sit and knit on while you're chatting. And my niece was working on granny squares.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She
and
probably whipped through a ton of them.
oh yeah, like I did like I don't know whatever, and yeah, she did two or three granny squares, and and that's what a couple of people they're like, did you just do those like while you were just sitting here? And they're just like, oh yeah, yeah, I just did.
Yeah.
It's so quick. Yeah,
Whoosh,
it's
done.
fun.
Takes longer to assemble granny squares into a blanket than it does to knit the
Oh,
crochet
for
the granny
sure.
squares to make the blanket.
I
How do I
totally get
know?
you.
I spent 2 weeks making well into 3-digit numbers of squares.
Yeah,
It has taken me 6 months to put them together.
I know. Oh, look
Oh
at this.
my gosh.
Liz has got a finished pair of socks.
Oh, good.
The
Yeah,
knitting's
some
done.
people are still sock madnessing too.
Yeah, I know. I know. Isn't that exciting? I know. I saw the third pattern came out. Was that like Sunday maybe? Sunday, Monday?
Sunday, Monday?
Yeah, something like that. And
Oh yeah, a couple of the ladies in the Discord are still in it.
yeah, yeah. And it's like yeah, it's a really cute looking lace pattern. So I'm excited to see some finishes when people post them in the Fiber Friends group.
They're gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll see.
Making
Hopefully, because I
progress
think
always.
Jen is still in.
Karen's still in, I believe, and
Yes.
Jesse's still in, that I
Okay.
know of.
Okay. So that's exciting. We'll see if they move on to round four.
I hope they do. I hope the girls do well.
So I hope so. I hope so.
They're my hardcore Suck Madness peeps in the Discord.
Well, have to, yes, we'll be cheering them on.
It's okay, I've got Lindsay going, hey Jocelyn. Hey Jocelyn. Andrea Mallory's doing a year-long knit-along.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The spin it and knit it. And you don't
All right.
have to spin it, but it's for her traveler patterns.
Mm,
I may have the traveler shawl pattern, not the little one, the big
a
one.
big one. Of
It's
course, you don't,
me. Come
yeah,
on now.
you need big. You need
I
big.
need big. And I'm like, still
When
have more than 6 months. I could start one.
when are you gonna start it?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometime soon, I suspect. I
I
think I'll
think
wait for the next quarter tweed sock yarn club colorways because I get them quarterly from
yeah,
Erin.
yes.
And if there's enough in the first six that I like,
Mm-hmm.
I might make a tweed version of the traveler shawl because you can make it various ways because it's meant to use hand spun, right? So I could do that, and I could have a tweedy shawl, which I don't have.
That sounds fun.
I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so maybe this month I should work on my second Find Your Fade so I can get that off the needles.
Maybe
Because that's
that
a big shawl. Maybe I should make some progress on that this month.
that sounds like that might be a good
Maybe.
option.
That could be a good option, hey?
Mm. Oh, I see some people are talking about the eclipse Monday.
Yes, it is going to be a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Be
CBC
huge.
is doing a special day of programming for it.
Are they? Yeah, I know it's supposed to be like crazy bonkers. Like around Niagara Falls, like they're expecting 1 million people
Yeah,
to be there.
I will tell you right now, if we hear any horror stories about people going blind because they didn't wear the fancy little goggles, I will laugh. There will be
Oh,
no sympathy
yeah, I
at all.
hopefully. Yeah, my daughter is um like she's like literally 5 minutes from the lake, so I'm thinking they should be in a good spot to see it. Oh, Carol used
Diana,
to drive to Port Colborne.
Diana and Mr. Diana and Mr. Diana's parents
Mhm.
are gonna get up and drive an hour outside of Waterloo and just find a nice back road
Yeah.
and park the car and take it in. And she was telling me, like, wear your goggles. She's like, oh, we'll be wearing our goggles. She's like, absolutely not that dumb. I'm like,
Oh gosh, no, no, no.
wear your goggles. Harvard University, they're, oh man, what's the A word that has to do astronomical
Okay.
department? Developed a piece of technology that allows visually impaired and blind people to hear the eclipse. Because what am I going to see? Nothing. Guys, I'm going to see nothing. It'll get darker, then it'll get brighter. There is nothing for me to see.
I don't even care to see it. Like
I would never bother to go out of my way to deal with it. I'll get up in the morning if
yeah,
Harvard streams the sound one. I might listen to it because that'd be different and interesting.
that would be, yeah, that
Otherwise, over the course of my lifetime, there are several full total solar eclipses. I do not need to drop everything and run to every single one.
yeah, I mean
I do not. I do not.
that is not my thing, right? Like I would be just totally happy to watch it on,
Yeah.
you know, the news or YouTube or
Oh,
something
yeah.
that's gonna capture it and watch it on.
Absolutely.
I would
I
be
like
fine.
if it was the only solar eclipse in the entirety of my lifetime, yeah, I'd stop and go watch that. But it's not the only solar eclipse in the
Yeah, well,
entirety of my lifetime. I don't
it's
have to.
the apparently like the last one, like if there's 20 years, there won't be another one here, a total one for 20 years.
Yeah, I'll be in my 60s.
Oh.
That's still the last one I was in my 20s. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's, if it's your thing, if people are as obsessed about the stars and the moon and the sun as we are about hand-dyed yarns and things, right?
that's
It would
fine,
be
not a
it would
problem.
be a thing that I
Yeah,
would
I would
I
do.
would travel to go see for sure.
I love astrology. I find it delightful. I find the stars delightful. But I don't I look at images through Hubble telescope all the time. I find it fun. I am not going to drive an hour one way to go watch the sun get dark and then the sun to get not dark.
See, it's all about your priorities. Because I'm thinking, yeah, nope, I wouldn't do that either.
I do
Would I?
that every night
I
at sunset. I watch the sun get dark and then I get up before the sun gets up. So I watch the sun get light again too. So like I do this every day
but
for
yeah,
decades.
would
It's
I drive
fine.
drive an hour with a crazy crowd of people to see that? No. Would I
No,
drive
no.
2 or 3 hours with the same amount of people for a yarn show? Absolutely.
See, I would almost say
Yeah.
no. 2 hours tends to be my, do I have to?
Oh, I would drive. I
Two
would.
or th two to 3 hours on like a day trip. My brain goes, ugh, that's a lot of time in the car.
I do.
Under
But
two
I'd rather,
hours, no problem. Under 2 hours,
yeah.
without even a thought. I'll absolutely do, but I don't get to drive. So
Everybody
like,
knows, for everybody, you have that line, right?
oh,
That
everyone's got
like
that.
a
Yeah.
yes or a no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I mean, I don't drive. So like
Mm,
I can't ever leave. I'm trapped wherever I am to whoever has driven me decides it's time to go. That mm, I do not always
yeah,
necessarily want to be stuck somewhere. If I want to go
I could
home,
see that.
if I'm done, if I can't take it anymore and I need to be let loose. But I don't have that option. So I'm like 2 hours. I also don't
See
do
that.
well with traveling in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this
Yeah,
about
there's lots of
myself.
considerations. Oh my gosh. Okay, you were talking about your support chicken. Cindy says, I think I want a chicken too.
I just I know they're silly. I know they're little. I just want a cute stuffed chicken. I just want a cute stuffed chicken that I've made for myself for no particular purpose other than
Well,
to freak out my cat.
it is, I mean, they're so fun. So if you want
And
one,
it's not a big project, so it's not going to take me too long.
no.
I saw one and it was made out of wool like held double or
Oh,
held single to be smaller.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
was like, the wool like is pretty much lace. So I would hold it double to be in that fingering range.
yeah.
And then if I did like a gray body or a white body, and then just used variegated leftover fingering weight yarn for the bands and everything else, and then just make the beak a different color, like whatever color I bloody well feel like, and then stuff it. And then I have stuffies. I have a giant silver bowl full of stuffies. I have stuffed pigs, I have anime characters, I have a stuffed boba tea, I have a stuffed starfish, I have a stuffed Yoshi, I have
Well,
stuffed animals. I have a stuffed snowy owl.
then you need a chicken.
So at least it fits into the decor theme because I have stuffed animals all over the place.
Absolutely. Well,
I
then
also have a collection of robust seasonal rubber duckies. That is just who I am.
do what makes you happy.
And they make me happy.
That's the
So I'm
bottom
gonna have them.
line. That's the bottom line. Anything.
Yeah, my rubber duckies trapeze along my kitchen table. They conga line right now. So I've made them conga line.
See, I think if you saw rubber duckies, it would just make you smile every time you
It
saw
does. It's actually
it.
it's Mr. B's mom, so Mr. Diana's mom, found a Halloween themed rubber ducky in Dollarama ones years ago now. And I've been delighted because every season or so, more duckies come home. Like he just brings them. He's
That's
like, Mom
fun.
found another one. And I'm like, ha 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 ha. I got two unicorns this time
Oh
for
my gosh.
spring. I have unicorn duckies in different colors. They sit on shelves, they're tucked in books,
I know.
they're
I think that
everywhere
is
now.
fun.
It brings me joy, and she likes doing these things. So it just works. She also feeds me pumpkin cookies almost every time I come over because she knows I like pumpkin cookies. Mums are good.
Oh,
I
so
like mums.
looks like a few people are gonna join. So Carol,
There's no timeline for
yeah.
the support chicken. I just know I'm going to make one at some point,
Well, yeah, I mean, but you can do it whenever, right?
whenever I want. I
Oh
have
my
some
goodness.
things.
Who's that? Sapphire says, make sure you stuff the chicken with catnip.
Oh my God. My cat
Oh,
already won't let go of some things. That's not going to help me any. Tried to convince her today she had to give me back my hairbrush. That was a 15-minute argument.
oh
I
my
have
God,
waist length hair. It's a paddle brush. It is that massive, giant paddle brush you see at the store, and you think, who in the world needs a brush that's 6 inches wide? I do.
you
I
do.
have I have waist length, the hair thickness that people glorify, and I'm not sure why, but they really love my hair. It's cool. And I have one hairbrush, and I'm thinking about getting another hairbrush because I need two different types of hairbrushes. I've gotten that needy with my hair care. But she'd wrapped herself around it and was like on the handlebar, right? I'm like, could you stop chewing on it? That's hard plastic. You'll chip a tooth, moron.
These cats.
But she wouldn't give it back. It's her hairbrush now. Like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness, craziness.
Cats. I don't need to give it catnip. She will chew on it, sleep with it, drag it around the house. It'll just happen on its own.
Here's my sleeve so far.
Oh, good.
What
It's
color?
hard to tell. I'm in that mid-length sleeve, so it looks like I've knit more sleeve. Because I roughly measure 2 inches, which for me is the length of my base of my thumb to the edge of my thumb is about two
Yeah.
inches. So about every thumb length, I do a 2 stitch decrease. I move the stitch marker up and I keep going.
Okay.
It's not a very precise science, guys. I don't count rows. I don't do any of that stuff, which is
Just
gonna make it a nightmare when I finish designing sweater patterns because I'm gonna have to do that. I'm
yes,
gonna
you
go
will.
bonkers. I
Nikki's gonna do the chicken as well.
think they'd be fun.
Yeah, if
It
you
would
want
just be
to.
fun.
I
And it
have
would just
no
fit in,
desire.
which super fair. I also want to make a stuffed giant cat made out of scrap yarn called Scrappy Cat. Nothing about
See,
me
I
makes sense.
love it when you guys all do like stuffies. Like I did. What did I do for our stuffy challenge? I did I don't know, the little monster thingy that had cute legs and arms. That I did that.
Yeah,
Oh, when I
yeah.
did the little Izzy dolls.
Yeah, you did Daisy
Those,
dolls. Didn't you
those
make a cat?
I did do a big
Big
cat.
cat. Big,
And
big
we had,
cat.
oh, what was the name? What was that cat's name? You guys will know. Liz, did you make?
Oh. Somebody else is gonna know. I just remember seeing a really big
Oh,
black cat and going,
yeah.
"Oh, cat!"
And because they're supposed to be like this big, and then I did it out of the Bernat blanket big on like 25 or 20 millimeter needles. And
Dang, that's
it was,
big.
that one was fun. I liked doing the cat because it was easy.
Yes,
And I don't know, maybe I like a chicken, but yeah, that is my thing. The
it's got to be
toys, my
easy.
thing that. I don't love, love, love it. Like I get excited about some projects to do like a like a themed one, like a
Mhm.
Christmas one or a simple something for Halloween.
Yeah.
But
No,
to
that
just
makes sense.
randomly pick one up and do one now,
No,
that's not
no,
gonna happen for me.
that's totally fair.
Beans,
I'm
Liz, I knew you knew which one it was. Beans the
good.
cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I have a book. I can't read it anymore. It's technically Diana's book. I'm pretty sure she's forgotten I borrowed it. She also doesn't do stuffies, but it's Pride and Prejudice. So it's Pride and Prejudice characters.
Yeah.
So they're stuffies. They're stuffies. They're just stuffed dolls, but they're themed after Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. So I'm like, I need to get Diana in town at some point. We need to go scan
Yeah.
these books, so I have digital PDF versions of them that
Yeah.
I can, read. Because
Yes.
I would like to make these things.
That would be fun. We had our first spring craft show last weekend,
Ooh,
Easter weekend, and
nice.
it was great to go to. And I don't think I've really ever gone to spring craft shows. I always think of them as a Christmas holiday gift
Oh,
buying
spring
event.
craft shows, summer farmers markets. I'm all about a summer farmer market.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one
So,
downtown every week here.
mhm.
It goes bi-weekly in the winter, where we'll be weekly here at some point.
Oh, okay.
I go every week. I
Yeah.
get fresh produce. There's a lady who makes those traditional Brazilian truffle things. I buy those by the
Oh,
box. But I
those
like
sound good.
I can get local honey. I can get local jam. Like
The
there's
markets are nice like that.
I love
Yeah.
the markets. There's a lady who does bannock. So
Is
she
there,
brings different types of bannock, and she's made bannock cinnamon rolls, she's made bannock pizza pops, like all things bannock. It was great. There's
because,
another lady that they do a bunch, but they've got like a spread of 25 different types of jam. So like
oh,
I buy their funky monkey jam
oh my gosh. That,
and I love it. It's so good. I'd eat it with a spoon out of the jar if I let myself. And I love because I know exactly what's in it. I talked to the lady who made it.
yeah, that's nice. I
And
love it.
it's
Oh,
expensive. It's not cheap. I don't care. I know exactly who I'm supporting.
exactly, exactly. And that means a lot.
It
Well, I
means a
know when
lot.
we go to the cottage, there's always a farmer's market that we can walk over to. And it's in exactly like you said, it's lovely because there's a lady there who has cut flower bouquets. There's
There's the
yeah,
Vina Tart guy. There's the
there's
Bison guy. I don't know their names, but they're where I get my Bison and my Vina
yeah,
Tart every year. Like, I know
there's
these people.
there's a spot there. They have lamb.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
lamb is
they have
delicious.
but yeah, there's all the fresh produce. Then there's the soaps, and there's
Yeah. We have a lot of Amish around us. Those people can make a mean chicken. Oh, their chickens are so good.
yep.
They're
Well,
baked.
this one,
They're donuts again. And I mean, I can go up and I can be like, okay, I'm allergic to corn. And, oh, okay, you can have that, and that, but not
and they
those three
know.
things. And are you here next week? And if I go, yes, they will let me place an order and they will make me a
I
homemade
know.
country Amish pie with no cornstarch. And
Nice.
they'll put my name on it. And I prepay for it. And
Yeah,
next week, I have a freshly, beautifully made pie. That's great for me because sometimes I don't have the time
yeah, for
that
sure.
is safe for me to eat.
Yeah, and that's worth paying a little extra for.
Oh my God, it's so, and their bread is worth it. Oh my God, I can't do store-bought bread anymore. It's so bad. I can't. I've gone to bakery good bread. I can't go back.
It's
I can't
it,
go back.
it is good.
I'm either buying bakery or I make it at home. I cannot go back. I can't go back. So
Oh,
good.
I love it at the farmers market we go to. There are two vendors there who have yarn. One
Oh,
one
nice.
I know one lady she has all hand spun. And
Ooh,
so
lovely.
I've bought from her before, and there's another lady who has alpaca. So sometimes it's like I feel like it's my duty.
So long as you're using it.
And well I did. I knit with the hand spun. The alpaca I might have one skein here, but yeah, usually I have used the yarn that I bought there. So I know.
Oh,
I'd like to support
you
anybody
find
into
the most
fibery,
interesting
right?
people. You get like the little bakery cake treat shops, and like there's microbreweries growing up here in town.
Oh
There's
yeah.
people who make hard cider, but they make a non-alcoholic cider too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
like I can buy the non-alcoholic cider if I want. And they make it from trees in the city of Winnipeg. They have agreements with people who have apple trees in their yards who don't use all the apples. And they will
Oh,
come clean up tidy, leave behind the apples that the owner wants, and take the rest away.
oh, that's a great deal.
I'm like, how amazing is that?
Great. That's a win-win for
So
everybody.
good. Yeah.
Fruit
Yeah.
gets used.
Everything gets, and it's just like, yes, let's, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. But then again, guys, come on. My niece and her boyfriend bought me a spree microgreens growing kit for my birthday. I
Oh, yeah,
am
yeah.
that level of weird.
I like it.
Tastes amazing. I'm so happy.
Can you guys see the ribbing?
Oh my, look at that go.
So, I know this sleeve is going to be done tonight.
Which is good. You wanted it done.
I've got 2 inches. I have 1 inch to go.
Excellent. Do you
Well,
know what you're going to
according
work on next month? I'm still thinking here. I'm
we
looking at my
should,
background.
we've got
Like, we
20
should
minutes
vote.
and we should talk about what we're going to work on. Well, yes,
Partial option.
I'm assuming this will be done because it would be perfect. Well, this would have been perfect to wear this week when
Uh-huh.
it was 1 degree in the morning and up to 4 degrees. Like today, it was rainy, snowy, ice pellety, damp, cold. It would
Yeah.
have been lovely
Perfect.
to have
Perfect.
wore this sweater this week.
Absolutely.
And I missed the boat because next week it is going to be 17, 18, 19.
We might get lucky. It's April. The
I
temperatures
know.
might still dip again. I
Yes, and it
live and
probably
pray
will. It
because
probably
only crazy people put their growing stuff out before May long. So like I've still got
exactly.
some cool weather, hopefully, in my future.
Well, and we do too, because May long weekend here can be either you need your winter coat or you need your shorts, you know.
Oh, in the last 5 years, it's never been you need a winter coat. It's been rainy most of the time, but we've never really been in winter coat season. Not like it was when I first moved to the city. We were almost always guaranteed snow. And then slowly it was like almost always guaranteed rain. May or may not still have snow on the ground. Now you rarely have snow, and sometimes it's sunny on May long. It's weird. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it probably, I mean, I'm thinking back to like when my kids were little. So this is, we're talking like, 25 years
Years ago,
ago
yeah.
that we would always have a family get together that long weekend and we would have a fire and a potluck and we do fireworks. And some years, yeah, the kids were running around playing baseball. Other years, you had them bundled up in
Mhm.
their snowsuits to sit and watch fireworks, which was freezing cold and not really all that fun, but you did it.
I
Oh
know
my,
May long weekend. May long weekend signals the start of losing all of my friends most weekends.
because they're,
Too busy going to the cabin.
yeah, well,
I'm very
okay.
glad they're all privileged enough to go to the cabin, but I get annoyed when they want to do things on weekdays when I'm working because they've decided to go to the cabin for the weekend. And they're like, well, we never see you. Not my fault.
All right, I'm almost here. I'm gonna do a little,
I had to put my sweater down. We got to start talking about what we're going to work on.
yeah. Okay, look
Do
at
we
this.
want crochet or do we want knitting? Let's start with that. Let's narrow this field
Okay, what do you
down
guys
some.
think? Oh, hi, Nancy. Nancy says, oh, thank you. I'm like liking this. So, see, I always think I'm almost there. I don't know. This might be too big. I might pull this out, but I don't know. I'm going to finish it. And if I don't like it, I'll pull it out and decrease it. We will
Yeah.
see. Do you have to do a gauge for your third hat, Sam? So,
You should always gauge swatch. I know nobody wants me to say that. Nobody wants me to say that. Fair. It's not fun to gauge swatch. You should always gauge
you
swatch.
should always gauge swatch. I
Always gauge
mean,
swatch.
the hat is one of those things that's a small project if you're willing to start it and pull it out. If you're
Not too
familiar,
bad. Yeah.
if you can kind of eyeball it, you can try it on, can do
Like
a working gauge swatch, but
you'll start to get a vibe. The more
yeah,
hats you
if
make,
it,
it'll be like your dishcloth. You'll know what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. You'll have a pretty
yeah,
good idea. But at the beginning, oh yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I
I know
think
it's not fun.
I think you should still do a gauge swatch,
Swatch.
Sam, just
Yeah.
to make sure you got the right needle size.
If anything else, it'll teach you how to read your gauge swatch so that you're
Yeah.
getting accurate information from it.
Yep, that's right.
Now, if only I could convince Diana to make actual square gauge swatches, not tiny little rectangle ones. So I've tried several
Yeah.
times. Because if you think about it, if you make the same size square one in each weight of yarn you make, and you just weave in those ends and tuck those stacks away, one day, years down the road, you turn around and all of a sudden you have a patchwork quilt that all you have to do is seam together and you're done.
Right, that's true.
And then, like magic, poof, you've made a whole blanket in a week. Always good to blow people's minds.
Oh,
Feeling maybe
okay.
knitting? Are we feeling knitting? What do we feel?
Oh, I will,
Or do we
I
want
mean, I
crochet?
I always go knitting, but
True.
what does anybody, okay, let's you guys type in here quick and we'll
Yeah, should I
wait for a
crochet or
second
knit
here.
something?
What should
Crochet or knit?
Jocelyn do? I've got two projects here. I've got you guys
Should I
to
cast on? Should I work on a whip? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we vibing? What's in the mood?
let's
I got
see.
options. Watch somebody goes, emotional support chicken. Fair.
Uh,
Fair.
um, let's see. Let's see if anybody thinking crochet, knitting for Jocelyn. What's going to be the first? Oh, Nancy says crochet.
Okay.
Bernadette says knit.
Ooh, goodness.
Susanna says both.
Thanks, Susanna. I appreciate the confidence on how much free time I
Oh,
have this month.
Liz says knit. Knits ahead by one.
That's fair.
Oh, Sally says crochet. Now you're tied.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
I didn't think it would be this controversial.
next comment. Nikki says knit.
All right, knit it is.
Knit
Gotta
it
draw the
is.
line somewhere.
All right. Okay, so what do you got for options for knitting?
Find your fade shawl, mallow cardigan, socks. What's the other knit things that I'm really looking to get finished
I already
shortly?
know what you
What's
need.
the
I know what
progress
I'm
on?
voting for.
Or a cast on, because there's a sweater. It's called the topple sweater. I want to cast one on. Or a tank top. I want to cast a tank top on. I got cast on options, but there's the mallow up there. There's the find your fade in a bag up there.
So
There's
there was a
three sock projects under my doll.
so there was a shawl.
There's the librarian.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You oh, Susanna said, did Jocelyn get the stitch markers?
Did you mail me something, Susanna?
He must have.
I guess so.
You have got
It's
the mail?
possible. I've been having problems seeing the Canada Post notifications. Well, if they get mixed in with stuff, like I don't register that that's what it is. So I'll take another look through my mail and stuff and see if I got something this week.
Okay, so let's see. So let's clarify this. So you had a shawl,
I have a shawl.
you had a pair of socks.
I got 3 pairs of socks.
Ah, um, or there was the mallow cardigan.
Mallow cardigan, yeah.
Okay, so you got mallow cardigan has one, socks has one. I want to vote for the shawl.
That's fair. That's fair. We're across the board. It's a nice spread. Good to see. It's a good
Therese,
statistical status point to start with.
Therese is going cardigan, so that's two
Okay.
for the cardigan.
Yeah.
Let's see, is there any more votes? Nikki says, find your fade shawl. Okay,
Ooh, shawl or cardigan. Ah,
shawl and cardigan are tied.
seeing this.
Sam. Oh, yes, the end of the needles. Yeah, so Nancy, Sam's got an older circular needle, and where the cable join is not real smooth.
Yeah, that can always make things a little fiddly.
Oh, Cindy was hoping for crocheted, but
That
Louise
just
said
means you can
shawl.
watch the podcast, and when I crochet, I can just show it off.
There we go.
Because
Okay,
I
so
definitely
shawl.
crochet.
Louise voted for shawl as well, so that's shawl is up by one.
Okay.
Oh, Sapphire says shawl. Shawl's up by two.
Okay.
It might be find your fade.
Might be. Which is good because while you're telling people what they're voting on for you, I can just grab it. It's in
Okay.
that black bag right there.
Oh, I see it. I see it. All right. That might be it.
I
I'm
almost made it
okay.
the whole thing before I take the headphone off my ear. She's doing really good.
That's good. That means it's healing then. Oh,
Well,
Sam said,
it was yesterday, so
well, then that's not super sore. Okay, Sam says shawl. Oh, Mary said
shawl it is.
shock. But yep, I think shawl is still ahead.
Shawl's still ahead. All right, I will grab the shawl. You should tell everybody what they're voting on for
All
you.
right. I have got two projects that we're not going to talk finishes. I've learned my lesson. We're going, we're going to go progress. Let me just move this one out of the way for right now. So both of these I've talked about in the last little while, but they're both summer tops. This one here, um, remember this one? This was a New Start Monday, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
What am I looking at?
Um, the Croy yarn was voted for to do
Oh,
a sleeveless
yeah, yeah,
summer
yeah, yeah,
top.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I basically like this is the one that's going to be like two rectangles
And seamed.
and seam them up
Yeah,
and throw it on over a tank top
I
and
remember that.
yeah. So that it's only in the gauge swatch. But so this really could use
Some
a
love.
little oomph. Yeah, some love.
Could use some
And
love.
then the other one I have here is this one. Remember the what we were Cheryl and I were figuring this, excuse me, this one out a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Sideways lace, where
Yeah.
this is the top of the arm, and now I'm just starting to increase to go down for the body and then knit across. Now this one, I would have to do a little looking for the rest of the yarn.
That's fair.
But I mean, it's here. I would just have to locate what bag I stuck it in.
My step one will be to put this on a Chow
This is
needle.
really nice. So I've got the Croy sweater or I have the lace sweater.
Okay, okay.
And
You mean croy top or lace top?
yes, Croy top, lace
Lace.
top.
Okay.
So they're both tops. It's just which one should I do?
Okay.
Oh,
Mine's gonna be
yeah,
progress because anybody who remembers Find Your Fade is
yeah. Oh, it's
I got a
he.
long ways to go.
Oh, you got a good start.
But I've got a good start going on here. I'm
Those
into
colors are
color
nice.
2. I'm melting into color 3.
And these are all Aaron's yarns, are they?
These are her Star Trek Suck Club colorways. So this is like Blood of My Enemies. Blood Wine, sorry, Blood
It is.
Wine
Of course
from
it is.
the Klingons.
I love it.
So I picked Star Trek one. So it'll be my Star Trek shawl.
Oh, I love that.
Step one is to find a 4 millimeter needle, red cable needle,
Yes, switch out your needle.
and then figure out how far into this color melt I am. Because I got 2 yarn strings hanging out here. I'm in a color melt. This is my second Find Your Fate. I've already made one.
Okay. Well, this is hands down. Every single person is voting for the Croy top. I think they don't want to have to make me go searching for the yarn.
Well, I mean, I want to vote Cora top because I want to see you finish a tank top.
I know this one. In the meantime, find the yarn
And
for.
we can't get there if we don't give it some love.
All right. Well, there's like I don't know 7 votes for Croy top
Woo,
things.
okay.
So, and Nikki
Croy
says
top it is.
knit this one, and then in the meantime, find the yarn for the
Yeah,
other one.
which makes sense. Just keep an eye out for it. It'll pop up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
But really, 2 panels, you can get a lot of progress done.
and it's plain knitting. I just
Oh, you're
have
gonna
to.
just whoosh through
I
that.
know because this will be a perfect Netflix. Just sit and binge watch and knit, or this will be a good knit
There
night.
anything good coming out on Netflix this month?
Well, I don't know. I found something. I opened Netflix up tonight to see while I was eating dinner, and there was a new show on. Oh my gosh, what was it even called? Three body
The
something.
Three Body Problem.
Yeah, I think so.
It's based on a book.
Oh, so you know all about it then. Yeah, I have no idea what the book is. Yeah, I had no idea, but So anyways, I've watched I started watching, I thought I could get one whole episode done while I was
Okay.
cooking and eating and before we started chatting. But
Not
then I
quite.
started, but then I was kind of watching and then I ran to the kitchen and came back. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, watching like 20 minutes and I'm thinking, I think I need to watch the very, very beginning again carefully
Uh, it's a
to,
complex book. If they done any good by it, it'll be a bit of a complex show.
well, that's what, and so I'm just kind of trying to figure out who the
A
characters are.
beautiful book. It's
And
really a good book.
okay,
I'm happy they've adapted it. I'm hoping they do well by it.
okay.
I get very nerd rage angry when they muck
I
with
know.
things.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking settings and format and style and pacing. I'm talking about core character traits.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
mad when they muck with that,
yeah,
and Hollywood can't help themselves. They always muck with core character traits.
yeah.
So I am getting very gun shy about television series adapted from books,
I know. I think you,
especially if I liked the book. If I was like, meh, I don't really care that much.
I only did that with one, and I read the book, and then the movie came out, and I was so excited, and I was like new to all of this because I'm not a huge reader, so I wasn't prepared, and I went and they like totally changed the ending. Like in the book, somebody dies, in the movie, everybody lives happily ever after, and I
After, yeah.
what in the world? Like this is nothing.
And
Yeah.
you can do amazing book to television movie adaptations. The Martian is a beautiful example of a well done book adaptation. The book is delightfully sarcastic. So is the movie. And the movie tips a nod to the book readers towards the end of the movie.
Oh,
So
that's
if
cool.
anybody doesn't care about spoilers, I will tell you about the differences, but some people might care about spoilers. So we'll pause on that for a hot second. But it's like the Bridgerton's the latest one for me that irritated me to no end. But again, it's because they changed the core characters. I'm excited that they have a diverse cast.
Uh-huh.
I love the costuming. It's a period historical romance. It's not accurate to start with. I don't care that they didn't stay accurate for a thing that's not accurate. But they seriously messed
Yeah.
with and ruined Daphne Bridgerton, and I will not watch any more series because of it.
Yeah, see, and I see I don't read the books.
But I
So
read the books.
yeah, so I don't that.
I think if I identified less with Daphne Bridgerton in the books, I probably wouldn't be quite so grumpy. But
Mm,
they stole the girl next door who cannot get noticed for a guy save her backside because of her brothers. She's always just the girl who hangs out with the boys. It is
yeah,
never noticed, and they stole that from me. They stole it, and they gave me this pretty looking girl who's the diamond in the wall. I'm just like, I hate it. I
yeah.
hate all of it. I hate it so much. Hate
You know,
it.
I can see that. I can see
Yeah,
that. Yep.
just absolutely cheeses me off to no end. The books are amazing. Super recommend the books. Super recommend the books. I should actually talk to
Yeah.
Diana about you two meeting in person because Diana has my books.
Oh,
She's had them for years, so she's had plenty of
Diana,
time to get them done.
Diana and I are only like a little more than like an hour.
You guys are so close to each other.
We're so close. We are so I could drive to her house tomorrow.
Yeah,
Easy peasy.
so close.
Yes.
I was just like, just
Okay.
call
So
Louise and go. It'll be fine. She'd love to meet you.
I would. Hmm. Maybe we'll have to. Oh, I was gonna say the Kitchener Fair, like the Knitters Fair.
Mhm.
But it's September, and I think she usually goes out to you because I think you guys do like the second.
There's there's this second of weekend in September, but we don't know what's going on yet this year because there's a
Oh,
lot of stuff up in the air, which is not unusual for us
yeah.
and things. So we're playing absolutely everything by ear. I know what I'm doing up to the end of July. After that, I don't know yet.
Well, if Di
That's for August 1st to deal with. I'm not ready.
if Diana is here for
Yes,
like, the Kitchener show, I mean, it's I mean, it's in her city,
I know.
so um,
It's like Waterloo
we
Kitchener.
will.
It's like
I
right
will.
next door.
I will drag her to that, or she will. We can
Yes.
meet. We can meet up and
We
yeah.
have to we have to figure it out. I know she's going to be in Knit City, Toronto, because Toronto is really freaking close. So
Yes.
she will be in Knit City, Toronto.
Oh, is she?
Her brother lives in Toronto. He's getting his master's
Oh,
in music. So like she's
great.
got
Okay.
somewhere to stay, right? Like so she's going to go be in Toronto, Knit City. She's super stoked.
I'm going to. Good stuff.
I'm like,
Okay.
I don't have time. I don't have enough time to take that much time off to fly out to go do it. I just don't have the time.
So Sam, I saw you said your hat only has one size. That's fine. Just cast on,
Yeah,
get the gauge,
and you're
and
good to go.
just
Yeah.
do it. Yep.
Okay, so you're doing a tank top. I'm working on a
Yep.
shawl. This is good.
So we're both gonna do progress, right? Like I
Pro,
read,
you the find your fate is like 6 skeins of yarn. I'm not
oh,
even done my
Jocelyn.
first 100 grams.
Okay,
Progress, people. Progress. We're going
you
for
do
progress.
how about you do progress and then surprise us that it's all done.
You're smoking something and you're not sharing your dealer's name, and that is rude, ma'am. Rude
Because
progress.
you need that needle so you can cast on the Andrea Mallory shawl.
Yes, I will not be allowed to cast on the Andrew Mallory Traveler Shawl to participate in the Traveler Cal along for the year if I do not get my Find Your Fate done. So there is a deadline. It's not this month, but there is a deadline for it. Also, Diana and I have been talking about doing a different type of choose your own adventure knit along. So like we've just, and I mean by just I mean like I've jotted notes down on a piece of paper. Don't get stoked yet, guys. We are a long way off. But
Okay.
we really enjoyed it. Not the mystery aspect.
Yeah.
I need a break from the mystery aspect because it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be a shawl, but it will be a choose your own adventure.
Oh, exciting,
But
exciting.
again, I'm at half a page of jotted down notes and some photo links to swatches. So we are a long way away before anything is ready.
So we just have to do a shout out. Mary says it's her birthday weekend.
Ooh, happy birthday. Happy level
Mary,
up day. Don't forget to save your progress at the local tavern before you head off on your next adventure. You don't want to repeat this year.
no. Okay, Mary, if you're still here, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. Have a great birthday weekend, Mary.
Yeah, birthday weekend, eat cake,
I know. Do all the fun things.
do
Do
all the
all the
fun
fun
things.
things.
Don't adult, do the fun things.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. Like eat ice cream.
Like brunch. Do a brunch and start
Oh,
with dessert. Hello. Now we're
yeah.
talking.
Everything that's fun. Everything
Everything that's
that's
fun.
fun.
God, I love a brunch. I miss brunches.
That would be so fun.
Oh, brunches are so good.
All the things. All right. Well, we've got our projects for next.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna still work on trying to get this month's done.
I'm gonna keep working on my sleeve because I'd like to get the sleeve done tonight. But
Yeah.
like that was because the goal was to have the sleeves done by tonight. The body is gonna take me a significantly longer chunk. But if I can get the sleeve done tonight, I can take the body and work on it at D&D tomorrow. And it's perfect D&D knitting when it's on the body.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah. So that's my hope and goal for tonight.
Yes. All right. Sam has one more question. Sam,
Sure.
if the second hat I did was too small, it was 80 stitches, what do I do with them? Do then. So you need to go up a needle size because you are only using a 4 mm needle. So you need to go up to at least a 4.5. So I think help fix that problem.
I hear a daisy.
She is here.
My monster's somewhere. The Sheba Wet Perfect Portion cat food was on sale, so I bought like a couple at the start of the month just to see if my monster would like it. Oh, we like it.
Likes it.
I just ordered a whole bunch more today because if it's not the Sheba Wet Perfect Portion cat food, we're not interested.
You have spoiled her now.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to wean her off of that slowly. Okay, cool. She still likes her dry food a lot, so that's fine, but I try to change up her wet food just so she has something different. She's also 6 now, right? So now I'm starting to look at senior stuff. Like,
Mhm.
where can I start sneaking in some extra vitamins and things on her so that she stays nice and healthy and doesn't have any health issues for as long as possible?
Fingers crossed. Yes.
Fingers crossed. So far, so good. She's fat. Otherwise, she's in good shape.
Well, that's good to hear.
So says the vet.
Yeah.
I tell her she just wouldn't be able to ooze into a giant puddle any less effectively if she tried.
Okay. Let's have a conversation about this. Okay.
Uh,
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us.
yeah, we'll be back middle of the month-ish.
Yes.
I didn't write anything down when I released the program schedule for the Northern Knits podcast, where everybody can find me and Diana during the month, because I wasn't sure what your months were looking like. I was
Let's
like,
see here.
I'll check in on that first.
So 2 weeks from tonight is April
Mhm.
the 19th.
Okay.
So that goes 2 weeks for our mid-month check-in.
Yeah,
Then 2 weeks from that
we're
is
in
the
May.
first, we're in May 3rd.
Okay.
So I think both of those,
Those both work? Okay.
yes, that's,
Excellent.
yep. I'm away the Friday, the weekend in between,
Okay.
but both of those.
There is no issue till we get to June for me.
Okay.
Then then it could be interesting.
Well,
Just depending on how dates fall. We might be
well,
fine and no one will notice a thing. We might have to shift a day. We'll
okay.
find out.
Okay.
We'll find out.
We
Uh,
will just roll with it.
absolutely.
We'll, we'll make it work. And if,
Make it
come
work.
summertime, if things are crazy and if we have to miss one,
We'll miss one.
we miss one.
Nobody's gonna die.
No, everybody can just knit at home and watch Netflix instead.
Or
Not
Amazon
near as
Prime.
fun.
Apparently, there is an updated Roadhouse movie.
No
And
way.
I was wary because I am a Patrick Swayze Roadhouse movie fan, but my mom says it is not badly done.
Really?
And if my mom says it's okay, and she is a bigger Patrick Swayze Roadhouse fan than I am, I might have to watch the new updated Roadhouse
The
movie on
updated
Amazon
one.
Prime this weekend
Oh my
somehow.
gosh.
I don't
Okay.
know how because I volunteered to go fill a spot last minute in a Warhammer tournament. So like I'm playing Warhammer from 10 to 5:30 tomorrow, then I have D&D in the evening, and then I'm playing again on Sunday all day.
Who needs to sleep? You can squeeze a movie in.
I need to
Hey,
sleep.
I didn't
I
know about
like
that.
sleep.
Maybe
I
if
had
I
no
take
idea.
the
Apparently it's
what am I watching? What am I watching on Netflix? Three Body
problem.
Problem?
That's the
Okay.
name of the book, is the three body problem.
Okay. It was that, but I think that I'm sure that's what it was, but it didn't
I've
make
been
any
rewatching.
sense, right? Like three body problem.
Oh, it will. Don't worry, you'll get there.
Okay, yeah. Right now I have no idea what they're talking about, so it's
Yeah,
not
that's fair.
sticking in my brain.
That's fair.
All right.
I'm rewatching the Gilmore Girls right now because I love Emily Gilmore. She is my favorite. And Kirk. I love Emily Gilmore and Kirk. They're my
Oh,
they're my peeps.
fun, fun.
All right. Bye guys.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and for voting and all the fun things.
Absolutely.
Have a
Oh,
super fun weekend.
we're gonna be live on Tuesday, not Sunday, for the lively month this because Diana's watching the eclipse on Monday and I'm busy on Sunday.
Okay, so
So
Tuesday.
people have got some extra time to vote because I absolutely put two fingering weight sweater options in the Instagram today to vote
Ooh.
on.
All right, so everybody go check that out. Okay, fun.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye, everybody.